Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Kids Church. Our Kids Relay group are going to show you the actions of the books of the Bible. Today we are in 1 Samuel. We're going to learn about David. God's people had some scary enemies, but the Philistines were the scariest of them all. And now the Philistines had come to fight them. The Philistines had a great secret weapon called Goliath. Goliath was a terrifying soldier, and worst of all, a giant. A giant so strong and so tall and so scary that no one had ever been able to fight him and live to tell the tale. So there they were, the Philistines, standing on top of one hill, God's people standing on top of the other. Every day, Goliath came out and shouted, "Send your best soldier to fight me. If he wins, we will be your slaves. But if I win, you will be our slaves." "Chickens," Goliath bellowed, "your God can't save you. I'll rip your head off and have you on toast." His beady, greedy eyes glowed at them hungrily from under their horrible helmet, as if any minute he really might just gobble them all up. And he laughed his terrible laugh. Ha, 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 ha. It echoed horribly around the valley. God's people froze with fear, but God would do something. He would send someone to save them. Now, David was the youngest son of Jesse, and his brothers were soldiers in the army. His job was to bring them lunches, and one day he saw Goliath, and he saw how scared everyone was. "Don't be afraid," David said. "I'll fight him for you." You're only a little shepherd's boy," the king said, "and Goliath is a great soldier. How will you fight him?" "God will help me," David said. So the king gave David his royal armor to wear, but it was too heavy and too big, and David couldn't even walk. "I won't need this," David said. Instead, David picked out 5 smooth stones from the stream, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, took his slingshot, and walked towards Goliath. Step, step, step. Goliath walked towards David. Thud, thud, thud. "You?" Goliath peered down at the small boy. "I'm little," David shouted up to him, "but God is great." Goliath laughed an even terribler laugh than usual. With just one swing of his giant sword, Goliath could finish the boy off. But David kept going. "It isn't how strong you are or how many swords and spears you have that will save you. It is God who saves you. This is God's battle, and God always wins his battles." David put a stone in his sling, swung it around, and let it go. The little stone flew like a bullet through the air and struck Goliath, thud, right between the eyes. Goliath stopped laughing. He stumbled and staggered and crashed, fell dead. When the Philistines saw Goliath was dead, they ran away, and when God's people saw them running away, they cheered. God had saved his people. David was a hero. Many years later, God would send his people another young hero to fight for them and to save them. But this hero would fight the greatest battle the world had ever known. The story of David and Goliath is such a cool story. It teaches us that we don't have to be afraid. We can trust God because he's bigger than all of the scary things in the world. He's got our back. And guess what? He always wins the battles. It doesn't matter how small and little we are, God is always there. We can turn to him when we're afraid, and we can ask him to give us strength, and he has our back. He loves us, and he's always there for us. You just have to ask. Today's craft is we're going to make a pouch and have stones put in our pouch, just like in our story David had his stones in his pouch. So first you're going to need this. The link is in the description for you to print. You're going to need a hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, you can cut X's on the holes and the yarn or string will still be able to go through. And scissors to cut it out. So we're going to cut this out, just like that. Okay, then you're going to take your 2 pouches. You're going to fold them over so you can see the holes. You're going to take your string and you're going to fold it through. Okay, once you have all of the strings, the holes and strings done, you're going to want to make a handle. So you'll cut your string You fold it through the last loop, and then you'll tie your 2 pieces into a knot, and you have your pouch. So you have your pouch and your stones. Your stones can fit inside of your little pouch now. You can put them in. You got your cute little pouch. So then what you want to do is you take your stones out, and our stones are our memory verse. The battle is the Lord's. A game that you can play is you take your stones, you put them in your bag, put them in, okay, and then you shake, 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 and then we dump it out, and then we have to race to put them in order, okay? So we go, take the, put it right there, battle is the Lord's. Good job. So say the battle is the Lord's. High five. Good job. Whenever there's scary things going on, we can trust that God is with us. And that is awesome. High five. Good job. You can color your bags as much as you want, but that's our craft. Okay, that's it. We're gonna pray. Dear God, thank you so much that you love us and you're here for us, and that nothing is too scary or too big for us, that you're always fighting for us and that you love us. Help us to turn to you this week and know that you are with us and you love us. In your name, amen. Bye.